Hi everybody. So today we're going to be looking at the Azure portal. If you are just getting started with your cloud computing journey with Azure, this video is for you. Before we get into it, I'm going to review what cloud computing is all about. Cloud computing is a way to rent compute power and storage from someone else's data center. You can treat cloud resources like you would resources in your own computer. This is me referencing things like your hard drive, your compute power, which is like your processor, and your RAM. If you needed to scale up, all you need to do is scale up your resources in the cloud and you'd have more compute power or storage. And if you needed to scale down, you'd also do that. This is one of the major benefits of cloud computing. Great, so this is the Azure portal. On this pane here, we have the Microsoft Azure tab, which takes us back to this home page each time we click on it. We have a search bar, we have the portal. If you're quite good and familiar with Azure, you might want to use the Azure portal to provision resources and manage them as well. Over here, we have the directories and subscriptions. Here we have the notifications tab, the settings, support and troubleshooting, and finally we have the feedback. Over here is your home tab or your profile. Next we have a triple bar to represent this pane. When you click on this, it brings out a bar for you to provision resources easily, to go back to the home tab, to a link to your dashboard, all the services that Azure has, and so on. I'm going to close this tab and show you the main page here. So here we have resources that would routinely provision, or the most recent resources that we have provisioned. Over here I have Azure Synapse because it's something that I've recently provisioned. And then down here we have the resources that we've actually provisioned. So for instance, if you have more than 2 storage accounts and you've recently used them, the 2 storage accounts will be shown here. So these are some of my recent resources. If we scroll down here, we'll see a pane to show all our subscriptions, our resource groups, all the resources that we have, and a dashboard. We're going to click on this dashboard to take us to a new page. So over here we have a display of all the resources that we've provisioned, and then over here we have quick starts and tutorials. So this is very useful for beginners. This takes you on a guide and provides documentation on how to provision certain resources. Great, so we're going back to our home tab by clicking on this tab. Great, so we're back here. This is a simple way to manage your Azure resources. Under the tools here, we have Microsoft Learn. This takes you to where you can prepare for certifications, get more familiar with Microsoft Azure tools. Azure Monitor helps you manage your apps and infrastructure. Microsoft Defender for Cloud helps you secure your apps and infrastructure as well. And then cost management. This is one that is very important to me because I try to make sure that I don't go over my budget with my subscriptions. So yes, this is your get started video with Azure. To get started with your Azure journey, Microsoft Azure gives students $100 to get familiar with the Azure environment, build different resources, and play around the environment. If you are using a pay-as-you-go account, once you join, the first month you get $200 free with up to 40 services free as well. After that month, your $200 expires if you use it or not, and then you still have those 40 resources free as well, up to a certain limit. So you need to be very cautious of those limits if you intend to stay within a certain quota or budget. Also, Microsoft has different programs where it gives certain users some amount of money to explore the Azure environment. So for instance, I'm an MCT, which is Microsoft Certified Trainer, and with that I have an MSDN subscription, which means that I get $100 free every month to play around the Azure environment. I'm sure that there are different subscriptions and platforms that give people different amounts of money to explore the environment, but that's what I know for now. Do share if you know other subscriptions or platforms that give people some amount of money to play around in the environment. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave your comments.